Can't say no to that money. Nah, you can't. I've no issues with the players on this. Not at all. If somebody offered me 100 million for Anfield Agenda tomorrow, I'd be waving goodbye to everybody and starting a new channel. But this video is being brought to you with thanks to Surfshark. Surfshark is an app or browser extension that allows you to browse websites in other countries and keep you safe and secure from hackers. Surfshark allows you to virtually travel the world with just the tap of a finger. As an example, we here in Ireland can What is Afflix? We here in Ireland can watch other countries' Netflix libraries, unlock UK services such as BBC iPlayer, and of course that all-important Spanish DAZN account for football. Surfshark keeps you safe and secure by covering up everything that you do online. When your device connects to the internet, all this information is, in a way, blurred out. This is particularly effective when you're out and about on public Wi-Fi, maybe you're in college or at a cafe. It keeps your information safe and secure from hackers. With a Surfshark, just ask Surfshark. Just here, have a Surfshark. Johnny? Mildred, Surfsharks? Surfshark allow you to use unlimited devices on just one subscription, meaning if you so wish, you can grant access to your friends and family. On top of that, Surfshark offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like it, they refund you. It is that simple. Simply scan the QR code on your screen right now, or use the link in the description, putting in the code Anfield Agenda at checkout. Thoughts on Saudi trying to buy loads of players? I guess there are three sides to this conversation about Saudi. There's my side, which is the perspective of I don't want any country owning a football club. Doesn't matter where you're from, be it Ireland, Saudi Arabia, doesn't matter, don't care, don't want them owning football clubs. If I can move past that to get to the investment into sport, this is where this is where I certainly get a little bit divided, because I understand the arguments about sports washing. I understand the fears that people have about the money coming in from countries that have a poor record on human rights. But if I'm to look at this with a fair set of eyes, I also understand that countries could be trying to change the trajectory of their countries. They may be looking to move on from past mistakes and change their society, change their outlook, change how they're perceived in the world. And isn't that kind of what everybody wants? The investment into sport, in certain instances, I actually think is a really good thing. I spoke yesterday about Skills Challenge and their investment into boxing and the promotional deal they signed with Alexander Usyk. And I genuinely think that's nothing but a good thing for boxing. You've seen the announcement today as well that Live Golf, the PGA Tour and whatever the other tour is, the European one, are all come together to form some new brand. So my only concern about all of this money coming into sport is if it puts it out of the realms of sanity. If we get to see figures and numbers that have no basis in reality, what players are worth or what they're being paid. And we are seeing some of that, because there isn't a world where any professional footballer is worth 400 million over 2 years. That shouldn't exist. If you want to highlight your league, your country, you're going to go in and you're going to go top heavy and you're going to bring in some big stars on big money because you want to make a statement. You want to make a splash in the world. So as much as I'm against states owning football clubs, I can't say wholeheartedly that I'm against all money into sport. I'm not. And I think it is a balancing act, and I think that there are lots of pros and cons. Yeah, it's a difficult one. It is. My stance on ownership of football clubs remains the same, but I've seen what investment's done for Formula One. I've seen how that has changed since it's been taken over by Liberty Media and what it's done. I've seen the shake-up of golf and other events, and I've seen what Saudi money has done for boxing. I'm also not naive. I understand that these countries like Saudi or other countries that are oil producing countries may be looking to the future to move away from the revenue stream that they have right now coming from fossil fuels. Maybe they're looking to the future and trying to establish themselves as leaders in another marketplace. Tough one. It is. It's a tough one, and I'm kind of on the fence on certain aspects of it. And a lot of it I'm just not educated enough on as well, to be entirely honest. But there's no ill will or ill feeling to me for anybody from another part of the world. It's never been anything to do with race or where you're from in the world for me. I mean, I'm very open. I love everybody. I want everyone to do well. I mean, let's give an example. You know, Germany don't hide away from the mistakes they made in the past. They own them. But they've moved on. They've tried to change the country. And isn't that what every country wants to do? You know, whatever side of a war, a debate, an argument you fall on with regards to your country's history, you know, every country is going to want to try and show themselves in a positive light as possible. So, yeah, I'm going to leave these things to the people who are far more intelligent than me to discuss. Blastoy said, Fabrizio Romano was given an update in Angola. Kanté said he's on the verge of joining Al Ittihad on a free transfer. Final details are being discussed. Then proposal will be accepted. Al Ittihad directors just arrived in London to link up with the Saudi delegation to prepare documents. €100 million per year till 2025. Fuck me. Woo! Just under 2 million quid a week. Wow. That's serious money. Can't say no to that money. Nah, you can't. You can't say no to it. I have no issues with the players on this. Not at all. If somebody offered me 100 million for Anfield Agenda tomorrow, I'd be waving goodbye to everybody and starting a new channel. But look, I've no blame for the players. You're talking about changing your family's trajectory forever, for the next 10 generations. Like that's money that none of us would turn down. Let's be quite honest about it. Mace Custom said, I can't see it lasting. It'll be the Chinese Super League again. Mass money will obviously take some players, and understandably so, but it won't take everybody away from Europe. I'm going to say something now, and it might sound ludicrous. I can see a possibility where somebody like Saudi tries to buy a league, be it like La Liga or something like that, and really try to change the landscape of football and shake it up. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen this today, but Juventus have officially now walked away from the Super League. That just leaves Real Madrid and Barcelona, I believe, left in the Super League officially. And with regards to the Saudi League and the money, I think the money will be a bit deeper than the Chinese League. I think the money has... I think there's more financial backing going into this than maybe the Chinese Super League project. I guess they'll know what the plan is. Yeah, I've no idea. You know, I've no idea if they're expecting a return on investment. I've no idea what they're looking to do, but... Again, I'd be a piece of shit liar if I sat here and told you that I wasn't excited about the possibility of AJ against Wilder and Fury against Usyk in Saudi Arabia in December. As a boxing fan, that makes my mouth water. That makes me... I would pay 100 quid to watch that. That's how excited I'd be about it. So yeah, let's wait and see. La Liga has been going down the pan in recent years, so they've tried a lot of different things. I was at the launch of La Liga TV over in London when they launched it, and even that has changed on my side from the Irish perspective. I used to get La Liga TV as part of my, I don't know if it was part of my Sky or part of my BT subscription. Now it's changed, and now I get a lot of the stuff on Premier Sport, but it feels like they need a big TV partner behind them, La Liga. It feels like they need a big backer like Sky have done for the Premier League. And it's a shame because it's one of my favourite leagues. I absolutely love La Liga. I love watching it. I love the culture of Spanish football. So I hope that they can get the league back to some extent to where it was. But, you know, Premier League's where the money's at right now. Is the Saudi League the new Super League, but all the players are old? See, that's the problem we've seen in a lot of these type of crossovers. So... our American friends will probably remember when that's what the MLS used to be. The MLS used to just be a retirement home for some European footballers who wanted a big payday. Then they seen that wasn't really sustainable, and they've gone to the collegiate model of, you know, bringing the kids through from schools to colleges, and then, you know, you've got some players who are brought in for transfer fees, some players who are brought in through what do you call them in America again? Fucking drafts, and I think it's to the betterment of the league. I think the MLS has finally got its own footing now, and if they can just stop playing some games on NFL pitches that aren't real grass, I think the league can push on even more. China, that was weird. Like, I don't understand what the plan was for the Chinese Super League. I think the MLS is slowly growing and learning their mistakes in the past. Yeah, I think it's going in the right direction, Liz. Do you know what I do love about the MLS? And I'd love to get your thoughts on this as a community. I love that the MLS all have one brand. So Adidas make your MLS kits. That's the end of it. You can go on and you can buy on the MLS store, and you can buy all the kits. You can buy all the training tops, and they're all done from one brand. and every team has their own patterns and colours. I love that. I think that's brilliant. I'd love to see that in the Premier League. So that's a bonus, I think. I love it. I love that there's that one brand throughout the league. I feel Saudi might end up being a top 5 league in a couple of years. I don't. I don't. I think it would take longer than that. I'm not saying they can't do it. I just don't believe it a couple of years. Ronaldo's washed. He's done. Benzema, look, he can still compete at the top level, but again, we're at the tail end of his career. So no, I don't think so. Yeah, and look, at what point do FIFA or UEFA get? Well, not UEFA, they're Europe. What point do FIFA get involved in this? Are FIFA gonna stand by and see anybody, whether it be Saudi or anybody else, just throw a crazy amount of money that has no sensibility to it with regards to getting a return on the investment? I don't know how long that can go on.